Before I start the video, I want to let you know that the first half of the video is going to be the full unedited song, so you get an idea of what it's supposed to sound like, and the second half is going to be a slow step-by-step tutorial. So I hope you enjoy. So now if you heard the full version, we're gonna go through this step by step. And this piece is pretty slow as it's a little romantic. And if you listen to the real version, you'll get a feeling for how the rhythm's supposed to go. And I'll try to copy it as much as possible when I play the piece. Now to start off, on the left hand, a lot of the song is dominated by three notes. Long, where it's long, short, short, long, short, short, long, short, short, long, short, short. And you can see that a lot through the piece, like in the beginning or a lot in the middle sections. Other than that, the fingering isn't too bad. The hands don't go flying all over the keyboard. They usually stay in one spot, and that helps a lot if you're pretty new to the keyboard. Now to start, these are the notes you play. And now here, you do four notes. You play E, G, C, D, and you go down to A. Now on the left hand, there's just a little bit of a jump, but you just brink your fingers with 5 on A, 2 on E, and then you just kind of jump to C. And here you hold it for a little while, and now we start with the actual lyrics. Now here, there's two potentially tricky parts in the fact with this. And it's just C, E flat, F sharp, A. And play the other notes, you just break your pinky. Now, normally that's not a very good thing to do, but I think we can make an exception here. So, and here is the introduction of a first of the three notes, but that's a little bit of a stretch as well. We go all the way down to B, F, then D. That sets you up perfectly for the next part once you go to B, or D, excuse me. Now moving on to the next section. Now here on the left hand, some notable parts are where you just kind of ascend the keyboard with these two. You bring the thumb up, just come up. And on this other part, now here it's F sharp, C, and E flat. Now I know in my fingering I do 1, 4, 3, and that's not the most comfortable, but it's the quickest way for me to play the notes. But if you're really trying to be slow and learn the piece, 1, 3, 5 might be a little better. And now moving on to this new section where you jump to up on the right hand. Now here, you go all the way up and you play G, B, so you go down and you play these two, then you repeat it except lower, and you jump down here to G and D, and then you play this chord, and it's not too hard. But it does get a little tricky keeping track of the left hand and the right hand, but that's just practice. Moving on, we're back to the main catchy theme of the piece. That's nothing out of the ordinary, and as you saw I used the third finger, and that is a lot more comfortable than fourth, so I would advise that. Flipping the page if you have the PDF. Now this is a new section of the piece, and I will demonstrate it for you. Now this is a lot of new stuff, and first on the right hand you have a different kind of rhythm. basic. But on the sheet music here, they tell you to trill, or not trill, but kind of separate the notes. And I don't know if you guys have picked up on me doing that, but it's up to your own musicality, whether you want to do it or not. Like whether to just play it normally or, and that's up to you. But as I was saying, and then you go and moving on to this new section too. Nothing too hard here. But here we move on to a new chord. Okay, this is a weird cut, but my video decided to just end on me after I finished the whole thing. So here I am again, and here's where I left off. So we did. And now we play a new chord. So it's nothing too difficult here. In the left hand you just ascend. And same thing here, you descend. You play A, B, F. And you use these two fingers to go up. Now moving on. Now that's the same part that we just did, same notes and all, except instead of going down, we're going to go up to a new interesting chords. So G and D flat with F, B flat, and E flat. And you jump down to E flat. Here's where things sound a little weird, but that's on purpose to create a lot of conflict so it can get resolved later in the pieces. Excuse me. Everything up to here, it's all the same, and that's why I didn't stop. But now we're going to get to a new chord. So, and this is a little different from the others, but the way I like to remember this is the first two are white keys and the last two are black keys. So instead of going down here, we're gonna do a little stretch where it's C, G, D, and we start slowing down from the normal tempo that we've been playing the entire piece. And it creates a really interesting ending in terms of sound, but that's how they did it. So congratulations, you reached the end of the piece. I hope I didn't miss anything important, seeing how I already did it twice. But anyway, Yeah, that was the ending, and the way it is on the sheet music, you can repeat through the piece, but I find that a little redundant. But you can do whatever you want. It's your piece, your song. But other than that, thank you for watching, and like always, I'll have the PDF in the description down below, and a little sneak peek towards my next project. I'm thinking about doing Put Your Head on My Shoulder, so stay tuned to that. But other than that, thank you.